Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Wonderful, respected friends. What a nice company you give every day with your such a sweet personality, clear intention, pure heart, with that Shraddha to study the Shastras. Even such one is there as a companion for the study of Shastra. It adds so much, and you are so many. Very good. This study of our Shastras together is good for me, for you, for all of us, and also for our Sanatana Dharma, for the Adhyatmikata, and through that to the entire universe. That mere study of Shastra also is a very good beginning for the positivity. Let all these optimistic understandings be there always in us to keep us inspired in doing this most covetable job, most exalted, most divine job of studying the Shastras, through that continuously reminding ourselves of our goal, our means, our purpose of life, and the fulfillment of life. We are not here just to only, no. We are here with, from our side, the certainty of purpose. From the divinity side, it is divine grace on us that we are doing this again to invoke the divine grace only, to experience the divine grace. Welcome all. Be in that good mood, inspired mood of doing our sadhanas all the time. Here we are, like every day, with our 7 activities. 1. Shanti mantras, Guru Parampara mantras. 2. Sankalpa. 3. Upanishad mantra ucharana. 4. Adhyayana of the Upanishad with Bhashyam. 5. Our Vedic chanting. 6. Our Rishi Smarana, Gayatri mantra. 7. A small common sense thought for a whole day for us to ponder over wherever we are free from our actual sadhanas. May the Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha Devatagana, Guru Gana Shastra Gana, Nirantara Krupa Anugrahavi on all of us. May we utilize that recognizing. For that also, may the Lord bless us. May thus we are succeeding in our beautifying our Vyaktitva personality. And we can conspicuously see our doing and growing in our spiritual evolution and our presence to begin with. So, the Shruti Mata, before teaching us the Upadesha Mahavakya Tattvamasi, wants to prepare us. Preparation is all around Antakarana, Shuddhi, Sukshmata, Ekagrata, Shakti Karana. And they are all achieved through the Upasana. For the Upasana, the Alambana is required. That Alambana first to be of the highest order. Second, about that highest, greatest Alambana, we have to have the conviction that it is truly highest, greatest Alambana. So that we can hold on to it and really achieve what we have to achieve, namely the inner purity as a qualification for the deeper study of the truth. In this first Khanda, we are given all those details. Remember in the beginning itself that all said by the Gurus, Rishis, by the Shastras. So many things they say, but how much of what they said we have heard, we have thought over, we have contemplated, we have understood, we have accepted. Therefore, we have started our journey. On this depends our true evolution. Gurus shall teach us, guide us. More than teaching and guiding, they cannot do anything. It is we who have to do with all our conviction. So this is an enablement and is a facilitation for us to have the understandings and convictions. Using these facilities, if we are understanding, if we are convinced, and showing that understanding and conviction through our practice, not for anybody, for our own selves, surely, certainly, the required changes, improvements, and developments we can see in us. In short, Udgita Omkara is an Alambana using which millions have made their Antakarana fit for Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesha, through which they realized Aham Brahmasmi and got liberated from Jivosmi, Dehosmi, Samsari Asmi. What about you? Do you want to do so? Welcome. Here we are to help you to convince your intellect about the glory of this Omkara so that you hold it as support for your Upasana, as an Alambana for your Upasana. That is the purpose of this first Khanda which we are studying in a nutshell. Let us see. Om, Om, Om. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधाजलधे महितोपनिषत्कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो महर्षिभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवद् कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ते तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्य उपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषद पूज्यपाद श्री आद्यशंकर कृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकः 2 times। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। When this mantra is chanted, the Parabrahma Tattva, the Parameshwara Tattva, our own Ishtadevata, our own Guru, and Guru Parampara, our own, the Shastra, all of them we can remember and salute them, knowing that meaning of this mantra. Om Atha Samavedantargata Upanishadaanam Shanti Mantraha 2 times. ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो मयि संतो। ओम शांति 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 means all these said things should happen to me all through the life. I should be fully engrossed in them every day, particularly now when I am starting to study the Upanishad. Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot is, may I not get distracted, digressed from the theme, the subject matter, the Upanishadic Brahma Vidya. And at the end of the class, the take home point for me should be the Brahma Vidya only. And throughout the day to live in that Brahma Vidya, whatever the Upanishadic dharmas we have studied throughout the class, may they remain in me always. Upanishadic dharmas are the fuel in me, and the journey is Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot. May happen to me in every day's every class, in between the classes also, and all through. It is a necessary and required condition lifestyle to undoubtedly realize the Ham Brahmasmi. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaschakshushrothram Atho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam Mestu Tadatmani Nirateyo Upanishatsu Dharmaste Mayi Santo ते मयि सन्तो। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः। Chant the 10 mantras, 3 minutes. Om ओमित्येतदक्षरम् उद्गीतम् उपासीत ॐ इति हि उद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् येषां भूतानां पृथिवीरसः पृथिव्या आपो रसः अपाम् ओषधयो रसः ओषधीनां पुरुषो रसः पुरुषस्य वाग्रसः वाचः ऋक् रुचः सामः रसः साम्नः उद्गीतो रसः सः एषः रसानागां रसतमः रसानागुं रसतमः परमः परार्थ्यः अष्टमः अयमुद्गीतः कतमा कतमरुक् कतमत्कतमत्साम कतमः कतम उद्गीत इति विमृष्टं भवति वागेव ऋक् प्राणः साम ॐ इति एतदक्षरमुद्गीतः तद्वा एतत् मिथुनं यद्वाक् च प्राणश्च ऋक् च साम च तदेतन्मिथुनम् ओमिति एतस्मिन् अक्षरे सगं सृज्यते यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छत आपयतो वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम् आपयिताः वै कामानां भवते य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तद्वा एतद् अनुज्ञा अक्षरं यद्धि किञ्च अनुजानाति ॐ इति एव तदा आह एषः एव समृद्धिर्यत् अनुज्ञा समर्थयिताः वै कामानां भवते य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तेन इयं त्रयी विद्या वर्तते ॐ इति आश्रावयति ॐ इति शगंसति ॐ इति उद्गायति एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य अपचित्यै महिम्ना रसेन तेन उभौ कुरुतः यश्च एतद् एवं वेद यश्च न वेद नानातु विद्या च अविद्या च यदेव विद्यया करोति श्रद्धया उपनिषदा तदेव वीर्यवत्तरं भवति इति खलु एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य उपव्याख्यानं भवति. Oh, so many, countless things are told in it. All our Shastras, in their minimum words and sentences and shlokas and paragraphs, they contain so many wisdom bits, so much of information, so much of knowledge that only we need to have that special, subtle intellect and love to understand those mantras that they reveal to us what great knowledges, inspirations, guidances they contain. It's wonderful, it is. May we all, with our pure heart, invoking divine grace, become qualified in our hearts really to enjoy every of these Upanishadic understanding and sadhana and phala also. That should be our daily self-created enthusiasm and utsaha. When these mantras are chanted, that rishis bubbling enthusiasm and joy in teaching to those disciples for their evolution out of his krupa and karuna, we can see it. Right? Now the first mantra, Om iti etat aksharam udgitam. Om is an akshara, a syllable, an imperishable letter. Udgitam. It is also alternatively called as Udgitam. What we have to do with the Om? Upasita. We have to do the Upasana of it. Why Om only? Because the Vedanam Samavedosmi, Bhagavan says among all Vedas, I am the Samaveda. So the Samaveda Gayakas are called Udgathas. And those Udgathas start their Udganam, that is the chanting of the Samaveda, necessarily by beginning it with the Om Pranava Ucharana. Therefore, they in parampara have that respect and reverence for the Om. We belong to that parampara. Therefore, for us, though millions of alambanas are available, Om is the best. So that shows how many ever may be the things, but where we are placed, to what background we belong. That also, if we are aware of, then our vagar mind with distractions can be brought into single pointedness. Like, okay, I belong to Samaveda Parampara. Samaveda chanting starts with Omkara. Therefore, Omkara is Alambana to me, fixed, isn't it? The problem with us is we don't begin the sadhana because we are not fixed, because the mind is in million directions. That Nishchayatmika Buddhi is not there. So here about Om, the Nishchayatmika Buddhi to develop, one of the reason is Om iti udgayati. If it is sufficient, you are lucky. Even now it's not sufficient, tasya upavyakyanam. We will take plenty of time to explain all the details which can help you to convince about the Omkara to be the best Alambana. Omkara is best Alambana not because it is in the Shastra only. Omkara is best Alambana received by me, taken by me, convinced for me by me. Therefore, doubtlessly, I am taking the Om as the Alambana for the Upasana. That is what the Guru wants to help us, make us understand, achieve. Get convinced about the pranama as the alambana. Omkara is alambana. Akshara as alambana. Udgita is alambana. So, Om ityetad aksharam udgita upasita. Om itihi udgayati. Tasya upavyakyanam. Om ityetad aksharam udgitam upasita. All each of the word as guided by Bhagavan Shankara, we have seen. First, that Om is Paramatmana Avidhanam. Second is, it is Nedishtam Avidhanam. Third is, Prasanno Bhavati. When we address him with that name, like anybody with their loving pet name, when you address them, they feel so happy. By saying Om Iti, the additional thing is, it is not only the Avidhana of the Nam Paramatma, but it is also Pratika of the Paramatma. Therefore, Paramatma's Rupa is that Om symbol. Paramatma's Nama is Om. Fix this in your intellect. Then take it as Alambana. Like we take it. Lord Rama is that Lord with these Leelas, this form. His name Om Sri Ramaya Namaha I took as Alambana. This is how in the Ramayana Kala, Purana Kala. Veda Kala mein Omkara. So up to this we saw नारायण कि प्रतीकम संपद्यते एवं एवं देखो नामत्वेन च प्रतीकत्वेन च as a name also as a symbol also. Pratika means symbol. Like the Tiranga Janda, it is a pratika of Bharat Mata. Isn't it? There is little difference between the Tiranga as pratika of Bharat Mata, Om as the pratika of Paramatma. What is difference? All said and done, the Tiranga can never be the Bharat Mata. It's only accepted symbol followed by respect and reverence. How can the small Tiranga, whatever its size made out of cloth, be the whole country? There is a limitation. Such limitation is not there in case of Om. Because Om is not this way Pratika only. Om is Brahman only. Like Tiranga is Pratika for nation but not nation. But Omkara is Brahman because everything is Brahman. Om also has to be Brahman. That speciality is there in this Om. So Alambatvena cha, evam Namatvena cha Pratikattvena cha. Evam Namatvena Pratikattvena cha Paramatma Upasana Sadhanam. It is the sadhana for the Upasana of Paramatma. And also Shreshtham is the best of all among all Sarva Vedanteshu Avagatam. In all the Vedantas, that is Upanishads, it is being told by the Guru. Disciples have took it like that, taken like that, followed it, they were all blessed. So these are the punch sentences which we have to feel within us. Evam namatvena pratikatvena cha paramatma upasana sadhanam shreshtham iti sarva vedanteshu avagata. Undoubtedly, those who have gone through the Upanishads sufficiently, they all have understood, accepted Omkara to be the Paramatma sadhana alambana namatvena pratikatvena. Fixed ho gaya our mind of it. No other nama Omkara, no other pratika Omkara. Do it with conviction, with Nischayatmika buddhi, doing and reaching his goal. Then जप कर्म स्वाध्याय आदि अंतेषु च बहुशः प्रयोगात् प्रसिद्धमस्य श्रेष्ठ्यम. So can you give an example and prove the shresthatha of this omkara in all our shastras? Answer is japa. Whenever the japas are done, om is added. Karma, any of the yajnas are done, upasanas are done, om is started. It starts with omkara. Third one is swadhyaya. When any shastra swadhyaya is done, any of the sadhanas done, they start with om. So japa, karma, swadhyaya, adi, beginning. Then anteshu. In end also, no, om purnamadaha, om, let us stop today, we'll continue tomorrow. That's how at the end also, bahushaha prayogat. Bahushaha prayogat means relentlessly everywhere. If somebody is a Hindu Sanatan Dharmi, he and also Vaidika knows the Vedas and Upanishads and Adhyatmic Sadhana. For all of them, bahushaha prayogat. It is so much prayojita. Prasiddham asya sraishtyam. The sreshtata of this pranava omkara is already established. And then the problem that happens in creation, which I don't explain in detail now to save time, that as the times change, people with their own, whatever the notions kaho, or thinkings kaho, or wanting to have a variety kaho, or many other reasons, they digress from these things and then start bringing so many alternatives. Isn't it? Many people come and अपने दिल दिमाग का कुछ ना कुछ कहते हैं. The people have never studied Vedas, therefore they believe those people and they go into that track. The best example I give is the Guru Purnima. Guru Purnima is Vyasa Jayanti. So us din you have to do Vyasa Puja, isn't it? But other than Vyasa, everybody's puja we do. That's how somebody started and the trend followed. Therefore, Vyasa Purnima is such a day where we definitely, willingly forget Vyasa by doing Upasana to others. That's how the trend has come. Vyasa Purnima ko Guru Purnima kaha. Kyunki like a Guru, he has given so many lakhs and lakhs of shlokas, mantras through Puranas, through the Brahma Sutras, through all the compiling of the Vedas, through the Itihasa. Therefore, why take him only as name? Let us call him as a Guru himself. Therefore, Guru Purnima named. The moment Vyasa name removed, Guru name came. Therefore, Guru means any of our Guru, not Vyasa. How many people in our 100 crores of Hindus, whoever are doing on Guru Purnima Upasana, remember Vyasa? Batao mere ko. So that day definitely we forget Vyasa. Which day? The Vyasa Jayanti day. That is how the trend and the blind sheep, the people, we all follow that one. And it becomes a strong sentiment and notion added with all types of ego and arrogance that nobody can question now you. अरे आज व्यास भगवान का जयंती है, व्यास पूजा करो. करके कोई कहते हैं तो we question them, we object them, we fight with them, we argue with them. Isn't it? And is there anything said wrong in that? To whichever the Guru you are doing Upasana on Vyasa Purnama, that Guru's day also is there. Na? Us din karo. Isn't it? Who said not? But we justify it. We say Chalta hai brand, we do it. This is how from the tradition, from the culture, we get distracted, digressed. That is why Nirantara tuning to our Vaidika Samskruti required. As the times change, in some of the things we have to adopt to the modern things for the sake of convenience, but not the basic things, isn't it? Not the roots. You cannot miss the roots and basics. So this is what he has said. In all japa karma homadisho, Omkara is taken in the beginning and the end, proving the Shreshtata of the Omkara. Bhavshaha prayogat siddham asya Shreshtyam. Isn't it? In all the things, you don't start with any of your Ishtadevata's name. You start with Omkara only. Is it not sufficient to know the Omkaras, the Pramukhyata and Shreshtata? Isn't it? Like that, in the next 10 mantras, so many details are given about the glory of Pranava, so that we are convinced, then we take up it as Alambana for our Upas. Once fixed throughout the life, now the Pranava is my Alambana, through that I am achieving the required Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata. And that I will employ, that Ekagra Shuddha Chitta, employ for my Brahma Vidya pursuit. There is no third thought in my life. I am very clear. This is how one has to come into the fixation about the correct things, as we are now fixed in the wrong things. Mhm. So, japa karma swadhyaya adi anteshu cha bahushah prayogat prasiddham asya shraishtyam. See, we told you, write your own notes. Omkara Mahima said in the Sambandha, in the Bhashya, Pratavo Mantra, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. If you write it, at least 25 to 30 you will get. By the time we conclude the first Sarga, first Khanda, already 3, 4 are said. It is Paramatma's Avidhana, it is Nedishtam Avidhana. When that is taken, Paramatma becomes the Prasada, Yukta Prasanna Chitta. It is the Namatvam and always as well as the Pratika. And also it is said in all the Sarva Vedantas. Proof of Japa Karma Homa, Japa Karma Swadhyaya, they all begin with and end with Om only. All of that proves it's a Shreshtata. Isn't it? This is how the headache our rishis munis take bechare, that they have to struggle so much to convince us about the Brahma Prapti as the moksha, to convince us about the study of the Upanishad is the only means for Brahma Jnana, to convince us about the Upasana is required for it, for Chitta Shuddhi, to convince us about for the Upasana, the best Alambana is Omkara, Vicharina. They have to struggle to tell us so many things. And we think it's heavy, it is boring, it is not required for me. That proves our immaturity. They are doing it for us only. When we tune to them, that we know how kind and compassionate they are, trying to pull us away from our own egos and wrong notions, wrong convictions, wrong practices into the right ones. Okay. Now, second paragraph we are seeing now. Ataha tad etad aksharam varnatmakam udgita bhakti avayavatvat udgita shabda vacham. है ना? ओम इत्येतद अक्षरम you told. हो गया. Why have you given the new name to it, Udgitham? Udgitham name we have given because we are the Udgatha, the Samaveda Sampradaya. Naturally, no. To whichever we belong, whatever we do, if we don't have respect for it, will our inspiration sustain to continuously do? Isn't it? Will we do perfectly it? Like any of the job I am doing in any company or government. If I don't have my respect, reverence, love, loyalty for those company, will I do my work honestly, sincerely? Isn't it? It can be anybody. In your own family, towards your own family members of parents, wife or husband, children. If you don't have that special identity and respect, you won't take care of them, which is your primary duty. You will be distracted only. Such family always suffers. Why the families suffer? Because each one of them supposed to contribute to the family's togetherness and integration are not matured to understand the need of it and do it. Therefore, they are distracted here and there, value something else more than this. Therefore, they are not together. They don't enjoy their family life, etc. Here also, we are studying the Samaveda Upanishad. This Chandogya belongs to. So, in this Samaveda, the Udgitam of the Omkara is done. Therefore, Om is named as Udgita also. That's what he says. Ataha, therefore, tad etad aksharam. That this akshara, the Om, which is Varna Atmakam, which has called the three Varnas in that Akara, Ukara, and Makara. Varnatkam, Udgita Bhakti Avayavatu. Udgita means the entire Samaveda. Udgita Bhakti means the Samaveda which destroys the distance between we and the God. That is the meaning of Bhakti. Bhakti means the remover of in between distances, differences. So the Udgita Bhakti is the Samaveda. Udgita is Samaveda. Udgita Bhakti means Samaveda which is removing the distance between we and the Paramatma. Of that Udgita Bhakti which is Samaveda, Avayavatva. This Om, the Akshara being the Avayava of it, a limb of it, Udgita Shabda Vachyam. It is also Vachyam given another name, the Shabda Udgita. Therefore, Udgita is another name for Omkara. That Udgitam, what is to be done? Upasita. So, Upasita. So, Omityeta Aksharam explained earlier. Udgitam, why that name is given to Omkara, that is explained here. Upasita is the next word of that mantra, first mantra. Om, Omiti, Omityeta Aksharam, Udgitam, Upasita. In this way, Bhashyakara explains every word. Through that, the total sentence is conveyed. Now, what is Upasita? Upasita means beautiful, wonderful it is. Karma anga avayava bhuta omkare paramatma pratike dudham aikagriya lakshanam matim santanuyatu. This is called as upasana. Upasita is stands explained here. 1. Karma anga avayava bhuta omkare. See, Omkara is the avayava for the karmanga. Means whatever the yajnas we are doing, for doing the yajnani, we have to chant the mantras. For all that mantra, the pranava Omkara is the avayava. And second point, it is Paramatma Pratika, which I have already seen. Namatva Pratika and Rupatva Pratika also. Paramatma Pratike, next line is important. Drudham Aikagriya Lakshanam Matim Santanuyat. See, Drudham Aikagriya Lakshanam Matim. Mati means conviction. Drudhamati means firm conviction, firm conviction. Aikagriya Lakshana means if you are convinced about it, then you have to take that Omkara Ucharana with full Ekagrata. So therefore this Om is Paramatma's Pratika. I have no doubt. I am taking Om as an Alambana and I am doing the Ucharana of this Omkara. To invoke that Paramatma Kripa, for this outer action to happen well, and inside through this, my Antakarana should become Shuddha. So in this way, Drudham Aikagra Lakshanam Matim Santanuyat. So when the outer karmas are done, when the other mantras are chanted, Om is employed with the Drudha Ekagra Lakshana Mati. Independently we take Omkara and chant the Om, 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 which we will see plenty of times. That time also is Paramatma's Pratika. This Om shall definitely purify my Antakarana. With that Antakarana, Om of which it is Pratika, the Brahma Tattva, I will realize through the Vicharana on the Mahavakyas. Finally, through Mahavakya Vicharana only, the intellectual conviction that Aham Brahmasmi will happen, Then through Nididhyasanam, where rejecting the upadhis, identifying with the self, when we do, the Brahmanubhuti moksha happens. But to do all of that, we need tremendous amount of strength, tremendous amount of purity, tremendous amount of subtlety, memory power, ekagrata of the our chitta. नहीं तो बैठ तो जाते लेकिन सो जाते हैं या seated physically we go to every country of the world during our 20 minutes of meditation or our japa. All of that is avoided, single pointedness, shuddhi, strength, etc. are gained through the upasana. Here the alambana is the pratik of Paramatma, which is Omkara. So karma anga avayavabhuta Omkare Paramatma pratike, कर्म का अंग और कर्मांग का जो यज्ञादि है उसमें अवयव रूपी दिस परमात्मा प्रतीक ओंकार दृढ़ाम ऐकाग्र्य लक्षणाम मतिम संतनुयात. संतनुयात मीन्स मेंटेन्ड कंटिन्यूअसली. दृढ़ाम मतिम ऐकाग्र्य लक्षणाम मतिम संतनुयात. The maintaining continuous conviction about the Om being Paramatma's pratika and employing it. So Dudham Matim, Aikagra Lakshanam Matim, Samyak Tanuyat. Tanoti means Vyapti, continuously. In other words, throughout the day we are in the Smarana of the Omkara as an Alambana of the for Upasana, for maintaining our or gaining our Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata, etc. जनरलाइज करो उसको दिन भर. जैसे इन भक्ति शास्त्र द भक्ति गुरु टेलस दिन भर तुम खाते भी राम कहो, पीते भी राम कहो, सोते भी राम कहो, बोलते ना. सेम वे हियर द प्रणव शुड गो ऑन हैपनिंग इन अस एज एन आलम्बना, so that our mind is not lost in distractions, not lost in any of the samsara, not lost in its own power of imaginations, projections. Nahi. So the mind is engaged in the work to be done, engaged in the yajna karma to be done, which is ought to be done because we are put there, yet it is not distracted because it is holding on to Omkara. The Om is like that the pole that is given to that bhutam. He has done a tapasya, then Lord has given a servant a bhuta, कि he will do so much of the work. You get all the work done from him. He is so happy. Then he started giving it the work. Any work he tells, एक second में करके आता है वो. That bhutam. See, I have 100-acre jameen. सारा उसको ना, you just do the plowing of it and sowing the seed. 100-acre jameen plowing, sowing seed. It will take at least some months, no, or at least some weeks. It will take. This bhutam will do in 1 minute and come back. Then do the entire work of the house, cleaning, झाड़ू पोछा, आधा सेकंड में करके आएगा वो. Then tell it to make all the wonderful dishes, food, etc. 1 minute हाजिर हूँ मैं. And the problem is, if you don't give it the work, it will eat you. That is our mind, isn't it? Then you pray to the same sadhu, Maharaj, आपने तो इसको मेरे वश में किया, ये तो मेरे को परेशान कर. Then he tells this upaya. That there put a pole, big one. Then tell this bhutam that you just climb it up and come down, climb it, come. Whenever I call, you come. Do this work and go back. Isn't it? That pole is called is Omkar. The bhutam is our mind. It should do the works, whatever have to be done. Once that is over, it should hold on to the pole. Otherwise, that bhuta mind is so powerful, terrible. In microseconds notice, it can bring all samsara into us and it can drown us into the ocean of samsara, flood of samsara, which we are every moment going through. Samsara means upaditadatva, then bahya jagat vyavahara. Forgetting Paramatma Tattva. Remembering Paramatma Tattva is sadhana. Realizing Paramatma Tattva is moksha. Anything other than that is samsara. Is it not our own mind the villain? Isn't it? That's continuously we are into this world. And same mind is the only one with which we study, which we contemplate, etc. That mind has to be uh, brought into our control. That is called a chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata, etc. This is where the Omkara becomes alambana. So, if we take it, nobody will compel us, we have to compel ourselves. Nobody can convince us, we have to convince ourselves. Nobody can make a beginning for us, we have to make a beginning. Nobody can continuously pursue for us, we have to pursue. सब अपने हाथ. So, कर्मांग वयोभूत ओंकारे परमात्मा प्रतीके दृढ़ाम फर्म ऐकाग्र लक्षणाम single pointed matim convinced santanuya hold support we have to maintain. Okay, swayam eva. After that now omiti udgayati tasya upavyakyanam स्वयं एव श्रुति ओंकारस्य उद्गीत शब्दवाच्यत्वे हेतुमाह. द नेक्स्ट पोर्शन में सी ओमित्येतद अक्षरम उद्गीतम. एक बार उद्गीत वर्ड हैज कम इन दैट फर्स्ट मंत्र. देन ओमिति उद्गायति. सेकंड टाइम आल्सो द उद्गायति केम ना. तो फर्स्ट टाइम ओमित्येतद अक्षरम उद्गीतम, दैट एक्सप्लेन्ड that it is of this varnatmakam udgita bhakti avayava. Now the Shruti Mata herself is telling why the Om is given that name. See, Swayam eva Shrutihi means that second portion of the first mantra, Omiti udgayati, he is commenting on that. Swayam eva Shrutihi Omkarasya udgita shabdavachyatve hetumaha. Why then another name called Udgita to this Omkara? Shruti Mata herself is saying. What is that? Om iti hi udgayati. Om ऐसा करके उद्गान करते. So Om iti hi udgayati is the second sentence of that Upanishadic first mantra. Now that Bhagavan is explaining. What is it? Om iti arabhya hi yasmat udgayati. See, starting with Omkara only, the subsequent, the Udganam of the Visama mantras goes on happening done by the Udgathas. Therefore, Omiti Arabhyahi Yasmad Udgayati Ata Udgitaha Omkara iti arthaha. Therefore, Omkara is given the Udgita Nama also, because with the Om it starts. Like some cinemas. There is cinema name, there is a title song. Or a very important theme that is given as the title. So here starts with the Om, therefore. Om is called as Udgitham. Omiti Udgayati Ataha, Om's name is Udgitham. Udgitaha. Take. Like why Ishavasya Upanishad? Because it starts with Ishavasya word. Bas, uska naam ulak gaya. Why Kena Upanishad? Because it starts with the word Kena Upanishad. महाराज ये आपने उपनिषद दिया, नाम क्या दूं मैं? अच्छा, I told you उपनिषद. What is the first word of that? You said केने सिद्धम. अच्छा चलो केने उपनिषद लगा दो उसका नाम. फर्क नहीं पड़ता नाम. The theme is important, but we have to have a support of it. So a name is required. लगा दिया नाम. Here also it starts with Om, the Udgita. Therefore, Om is given the respect of Udgita name also. So Om iti Udgayati, Om iti Arabhyahi, Yasmad Udgayati, Ataha Udgitaha Omkara ityartaha. So this is why the Omkara is given the name Udgita. But see, yes, Samavedi people, therefore for them that Udgita cannot be missed, Omkara has to be added. Therefore Om itself is Udgita. You and I have no problem. We can chant Omkara. Isn't it? Next one. See, Om is Udgita, but chanting is of Om only, not Udgita. You don't do that. Pranava kahi chant. Now the last one is Tasya Upavyakyanam. Isn't it? The first mantra. See how clear, how beautiful it is. Ki Tasya Upavyakyanam. Of this sentence, now I am giving you the Bhashyam. First he said Omityetadaksharam Udgita Upasita. Of that, in two paragraphs, he explained the meaning. Omiti Udgayati, in one sentence, he gave explanation. Shankara Bhagavan Bhashyam. Now, Tasya Upavyakyanam is the third sentence of that first mantra. He is giving the Bhashyam. So in this way, with the help of the Bhashyakara, Bhashyam, we have to understand what is the meaning of that sentence of the Upanishad mantra. And in that, the Upasana Prakarana, the Sadhana Prakarana, the Sadhana Chatushtaya Prakarana, the Tattva Chintana, whatever is there, that we do the alambana, that we do the practice. So Bhashyakara, by explaining to us the mantras, tells us in that mantra what is hidden, what is there, what is to be known, what is to be done. Tasya Upavyakyanam. Tasya Upavyakyanam. Tasya Aksharasya Upavyakyanam. Of that Akshara, the Omkara, the Pranava, Upavyakyanam means very close commentary. Its explanation is the next 9 mantras. But what is the meaning of Upavyakyanam? He is telling here. Tasya Upavyakyanam. What is Upavyakyanam? What is the commentary? What do you mean by the explanation of the Omkara? Tasya Upavyakyanam आप कह रहे हो. What Upavyakyanam? Very beautiful. 3 things he says. Evam Upasanam. This is how the Omkara Upasana has to be done. Evam Vibhuti. This is how the Omkara's greatness, grandness, glory. Evam Phalam Iti. This is what is the result you get when you do the Upasana of this great, grand, glorious Vibhuti Yukta Omkara. So this way the Upasana has to be done. This is what is its glory. That glorious Omkara, when you this way do Upasana, this is the Phala. So Vibhuti, Upasana Paddhati and Phala. This is called as the commentary. In the commentary, these are the things. Like in any of the commentary. So if you are asked to tell the commentary on one of the Tirtha Kshetra you have visited, I ask you, 2 minutes. So you tell the Vibhuti of it. You tell how you have reached and all the things. Then what is the benefit out of it? Therefore, Upavyakyanam mein, explanation mein, commentary mein, how to do the Upasana of Omkara will be told and its Mahima will be told Vibhuti. What is the result? Throughout this, one thing which we have not said last few days is what? In almost every of this total Chandogya Upanishad, whatever Upasana sadhanas are told, Tattva Chintana sadhanas are told, almost everywhere without missing, the Phalashruti also told. Phalashruti means what are the results we get, like in Taittiriya Upanishad. Didn't we see in that first of the Shikshavalli, when we were given the Upasanas, toward the end of every Upasana, were we not told about the what Phala also we get? Everywhere it was told, na? Mahan Kirtya. So many things will come to us. When we do the Upasana of this one, these other ones come. Here also, every prasanga mein a Phala batate. For 2 reasons. One, really to get the Phala, because that is a part of evolution. Second is to inspire us. When the Phala is told, we are inspired. And that Phala we have to gain. And that's a part of the evolution. Like I have to get the Phala of Ekagrata through the Upasana. And that's the necessary result, isn't it? I must get it. There's nothing to hide there. And that inspires me. Okay, I get the Ekagrata through the Pranava Upasana. Chalo karo phir. So tasya aksharasya upavyakyanam. What is upavyakyanam? Evam upasanam, evam vibhuti, evam phalam iti adi kathanam. Ityadi kathanam means these 3 mainly. Along with that, in anything else has to be told about the Om of all of them. Kathanam is telling. That's called Vyakyanam. Okay, Kathanam Upavyakyanam. Pravartate iti Vakya Sheshaha. Pravartate means will follow from the second mantra. So from second mantra, Tasya Aksharasya Upavyakyanam Pravartate. What do you mean by Upavyakyanam? Evam Upasanam, Evam Vibhutihi, Evam Phalam iti Adi. This is how the Upasana has to be done. This is how the glory of Omkara. This is how it results, etc. These things will be told in the subsequent mantras. Tasya upavyakyanam pravartate, tasya aksharasya upavyakyanam pravartate, tasya aksharasya evam upasanam, evam vibhutihi, evam falaha ityadi upavyakyanam pravartate. This is how we have to complete the sentence. So, of that Omkara, the explanation is given. Of that Omkara, the explanation that how the Upasana has to be done, what is the glory of that Omkara, when you do the Upasana, what are the result, all these will be explained. The explanation follows. Of the Omkara, the Vyakhyana follows, the commentary follows, the explanation follows from the second mantra. What are you going to cover the topics in that Vyakhyanam? Evam Upasanam, Evam Vibhutihi, Evam Phalam, to begin with, Ityadi, और कुछ कहना है तो. So, second mantra onwards, what it is telling in the first mantra, in the last sentence, the Shruti Mata herself tells, our Bhagavan Shankara gave us beautiful comment. Now, for you homework to thoroughly study this first mantra with Bhashya, it stands explained here. Now, the second mantra, chanting we will do today, study we will do tomorrow. Okay. The Rasatamatva of the Udgita is the topic. The Rasatama means essence. Therefore, on the basis of essence only, everything depends, isn't it? Like mango. Why mango? Because mango rasa. That is a tongue wala rasa. So to the good music which you love. Why? That rasa to the ears. And when 10 things are told to you, given in front of you about the musics, you just go through it and select the best suitable to you. That is called as rasatama for you. Everyone will have different things. Need not be this. So here, among the all the rasas, the Omkara is proved to be the rasatama. The Udgita is said to be the rasatama. Saratama, essence. Sara or rasa means essence. And without that, it will not be there. So therefore, because of this reason. So what it is? Vibhuti. This mantra number 2 talks about the vibhuti of the Omkara. Mahima of that Omkara, that it is a rasatama. Let us chant the mantra and study it tomorrow. Now, all these have to be apprehended by our intellect. Then the continuous thing is Oho. Therefore, Pranava is a great Alambana. I must take it for my Upasana. Start doing Upasana. Upasana is Omkara Ucharana. Om, Om. As we already said, all the time the Om should go on happening with our concentrated mind for the mind to develop concentration. Then the Omka, you can do the Ashtotra Upasana, taking it as Ishvara himself. Then to the Omkara itself, you can extend your prarthanas. All these topics will be covered as we go ahead. All of them cannot be told at one place. Here we are studying with the Bhashya while focusing on that. Most importantly, all other things also we keep adding. Now the second mantra. Esham bhutanam pruthivirasah. Esham bhutanam pruthivirasah. Pruthivyah aporasah. Pruthivyah aporasah. Apam oshadhayorasah. Apam oshadhayorasah. Oshadhinam purushorasaha. Oshadhinam purushorasaha. Purushasya vagrasaha. Purushasya vagrasaha. Vachaha rukrasaha. वाचः रुक् रसः रुचः सामः रसः रुचः साम रसः साम्नः उद्गीतो रसः साम्नः उद्गीतो रसः. Udgita is the rasatama, therefore that will be told in the third mantra again in continuation of this. So the main word rasa we have to understand. That we will be seeing tomorrow with the help of the Bhashyam. Here we stop. So good that you are trying to listen engrossingly with concentration. And we shall pray that the Lord, the Ishvara, the entire Samaveda Acharyas, Chandogya Acharyas, Adi Shankara Bhagavan, take position in our hearts, in our entire personality, during our study of this Upanishad and also the time of our Manana Chintana, so that exactly what is said in the Mula Mantra and Bhashya, We are not only able to grasp it thoroughly, but we are sufficiently inspired to do what is said. So that undoubtedly, along with this Upanishad study and sadhana, we are ensuring our evolution also. Not like the other Upanishads where सुन के रख दिया ऐसे उससे मेरा कोई अभी वास्ता ही नहीं. Isn't it? There's no relation to me with the श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद. पढ़ के रख दिया. अब दोबारा देखा क्या उसको? Last almost 46 days have been spent. 26 plus 17, 43rd day today. 43 days back we stopped श्वेताश्वतर. फिर से एक बार भी खोला क्या? Think about it. So this Upanishad also one day we'll finish and leave it to take up the next Brihadaranyaka. So while studying only, maximum utsaha ke saath, maximum sadhana if you can do, we are the maximum beneficiary. That's it. Om 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 Om. By God's grace, first mantra of the first khanda of the first chapter of this Upanishad, we have gone through with Bhashyam. You know, we were not even aware such Upanishad exists. From that stage, studying one mantra with Bhashya, up to this we have reached. Not only by divine grace, but by our choiceful effort also. You are great, you are coming. So, inspire yourselves. Inspire me too. I'll also try to inspire. What is wrong in it? Isn't it? To be in this path of studying Shastras, preparing ourselves, doing the due, and reaching the goal. I don't think we are cheating anybody in this. You know, we are causing harm to the nature or to the world when we pursue Brahma Vidya. Are we troubling anyone by this? Are we troubling ourselves? Are we losing, wasting our time or energy or resources? मेरे को तो this looks to be the best way of using our time, energy, resources. मुझे लगता है आपको लगे या ना लगे, how can I decide for you? Think. Thank you. Now our second topic of mantra dhyanam, Veda Parayanam. We will do the DYAAVAPRUTHIVI mantra. We taught yesterday the third mantra. 4, 5, 6 we will do today. 4, 5, 6, 7. Rama Rama Sita Rama Ramachandra Pahimam Rama Krishna Govinda Hare Pahimam Krishna Krishna Gopala Vasudeva Pahimam Rama Krishna Govinda Hare Pahimam Hara Hara Gangadhara Nilakanta Pahimam. Hare Pahimam Rama 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 Rama. I'm waiting for this site to get opened. कभी कभी टाइम लेता है वो. मैं क्या करूं? Om 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 Om. Easiest of all the names of the Lord is Om. Inhaling, exhaling, even tired, fatigued, you can say Om more easier than even Ram, even Krishna. All are difficult. Om. Om is going on as our own inhaling, exhaling also all the time. Okay, friends. Sarveshwara, Sadashiva. Yes, Java, Prithvi, Devatas. I got it. Fourth mantra. Om ye amrutam vibhruto ye havimshi ye amrutam vibhruto ye havimshi ye srotya vibhruto ye manushyan ye srotya vibhruto ye manushyan dyava prithvi bhavatam me syone dyava prithvi bhavatam me syone teno munchatamam hasaha teno munchatamam hasaha. Together twice. Ye amrutam vibhruto ye havimshi ये श्रोत्या बिभ्रुतो ये मनुष्यान् द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये अमृतं बिभ्रुतो ये हवींषि ये श्रोत्या बिभ्रुतो ये मनुष्यान् द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः फिफ्थ वन ये उश्रिया बिभ्रुतो ये वनस्पतीन ये उश्रिया बिभ्रुतो ये वनस्पतीन ययोर्वां विश्वा भुवनान्यन्तः ययोर्वां विश्वा भुवनान्यन्तः द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये उश्रिया बिभ्रुतो ये वनस्पतीन ययोर्वां विश्वा भुवनान्यन्तः द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये उश्रिया बिभ्रुतो ये वनस्पतीन ययोर्वां विश्वा भुवनान्यन्तः द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः सिक्स्थ मंत्र ये कीलालेन तर्पयथो ये कीलालेन तर्पयथो ये घृतेन याभ्यां ऋते ये घृतेन याभ्यां ऋते न किञ्चन शक्नुवन्ति न किञ्चन शक्नुवन्ति द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ट्वैस् टुगेदर ये कीलालेन तर्पयतो मे घृतेन याभ्यां ऋतेन किञ्चन शक्नुवन्ति द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये कीलालेन तर्पयतो ये घृतेन याभ्यां ऋतेन किञ्चन शक्नुवन्ति द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः यन्मेदं सेवन्त मंत्र यन्मेदमभिशोचति यन्मेदमभिशोचति येन येन वा कृतं येन येन वा कृतं पौरुषेयान्नदैवात् पौरुषेयान्नदैवात् स्तौमिद्या वा पृथिवी नाथितो स्तौमिद्या वा पृथिवी नाथितो जोहवीमि जोहवीमि तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः यन्मेदम् अविशोचति येन येन वा कृतं पौरुषेयान्नदैवात् स्तौमिद्या वा पृथिवी नाथितो जोहवीमि तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः यन्मेदमभिशोचति येन वा कृतं पौरुषेयान्नदैवात् स्तौमिद्या वा पृथिवी नाथितो जोहवीमि तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ओम शांति 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 now the total mantra 3 times ओम मन्वे वां द्यावा पृथिवी सुभोजसौ सचेतसौ ये अप्रथेताम् अमिता योजनानि प्रतिष्ठे हि अभवतं वसूनां तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः प्रतिष्ठे हि अभवतं वसूनां प्रवृद्धे देवी सुभगे उरुचि द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः असन्तापे सुतपसौ कुवेहमुर्वीं गम्भीरे कविभिर्नमस्ये द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये अमृतं विभृतो ये हविंषि ये श्रोत्या विभृतो ये मनुष्यान् द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये उश्रिया विभृतो ये वनस्पतीन् ययोर्वां विश्वा भुवनान्यन्तः द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये कीलालेन तर्पयतो ये घृतेन याभ्यामृते न किञ्चन शक्नुवन्ति द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः यन्मेदमभिशोचति येन वा कृतं पौरुषेयान्न दैवात् स्तौमिद्या वा पृथिवी नातितो भवेमि तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः. Once more. मन्वे वां द्यावा पृथिवी सुवोजसौ सचेतसौ ये अप्रथेताम् अमिता योजनानि प्रतिष्ठे ह्यववतं वसूनां तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः प्रतिष्ठे ह्यववतं वसूनां प्रवृद्धे देवी सुभगे उरूची द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः असन्तापे सुतपसौ भुवेहमुर्वी गम्भीरे कविर्नमस्ये द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये अमृतं बिभृतो ये हवींषि ये श्रोत्या विभृतो ये मनुष्यान् द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये उश्रिया विभृतो ये वनस्पतीन् ययोर्वा बिभ्रा भुवनान्यन्तः द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये कीलालेन तर्पयतो ये घृतेन याभ्यामृतेन किञ्चन शक्नुवन्ति द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः यन्मेदम् अविशोचति येन वा कृतं पौरुषेयान्न दैवात् स्तौमिद्या वा पृथिवी नातितो जोहवीमि तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. One last time. मन्वे वां द्यावा पृथिवी सुभोजसौ स्वचेतसौ ये अप्रथेताम् अमिता योजनानि प्रतिष्ठे हि अभवतं वसूनां तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः प्रतिष्ठे ह्यभवतं वसूनां प्रवृद्धे देवी सुभगे उरूची द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः असन्तापे सुतपसौ हुवेहमुर्वी गम्भीरे कविर्नमस्ये द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये अश्रुतं ये अमृतं बिभृतो ये हवींषि ये श्रोत्या बिभृतो ये मनुष्यान् द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये उश्रिया बिभृतो ये वनस्पतीन् ययोर्वा विश्वाभुवनान्यन्तः द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये कीलालेन तर्पयतो ये घृतेन याभ्यामृतेन किञ्चन शक्नुवन्ते द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः यन्मेदमभिशोचति येन वा कृतं पौरुषेयान्न दैवात् स्तौमिद्या वा पृथिवी नातितो जोहवीमि तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Our daily job of Veda Parayanam also satisfactorily done. Now the last but one is Dhyana Purvaka Mantrocharana. In that we are doing the Gayatri mantras of various rishis. In every of the Gayatri mantra, three words are imported. Vidmahe Dhimahi Prachodayat. Umpteen number of times the meaning of that we shared here. Vidmahe means for certain we know that that Rishi or Devata is Sakshat Parabrahma, Sarva Shaktiman, Krupa Karunamurti. When we pray, they bless us. That understanding and faith is called Vidmahi. Then practically doing that Upasana and reaching to that meditational state of that Devata is called Dhimahi. Dhimahi means Dhyan kar raha hu. बुद्धि में धारणा करते हुए ध्यान कर रहा हूँ. प्रचोदनम मीन्स inspire me, put me on the job. So our request is to put us on the job of the Parabrahma Prapti Adhyatmika Sadhanas. At the same time, extra added prayer from our side is to protect us from all inner and outer enemies. Another added prayer is praying for the Sanatana Dharma. Another added prayer is praying for the entire universal spiritual growth. That's the minimum contribution we can do for the universe. Today's Maharshi is Sakshat Maitreya Maharshi. Okay. About the Maitreya Maharshi also, the Janma Vrittanta is not exhaustively found in our Shastras because they don't claim all of that. As per Puranas, he is one of the Brahmarshi himself. Second is important one we can catch is the Parashara Maharshi Shishya Maitreya Maharshi is. Parashara Maharshi is also father of Vyasa. So Parashara Maharshi Shishya. Okay. Then the many beautiful things about the Maitreya Maharshi is he is the Parashara Shishya, Vyasa Maharshi Samakalina, Vidura Samakalina and Uddhava Samakalina. This Maitreya Maharshi has got the great disciple, none but the Vidura himself in one case. Okay. About Maitreya Maharshi, in the Shrutis, the Pratyaksha Prastavana we don't see, but he is there in the Shastra Sampradaya as Parashara Vyasa Parampara as a Maha Jnani. About the Maitreya Maharshi, the two or three important things for us mainly to know. One is he is there in the Mahabharata, in the Udyoga Parva, in the Shalya Parva. In all these places we can see Maitreya Maharshi there. It is said that Duryodhana, instead of listening to the Maitreya Maharshi's Dharma Bodha, he insults Maitreya Maharshi. Then it's Maitreya Maharshi also adds his shapa that in that Mahabharata Yuddha, you will be defeated by Bhimasena. That curse Maitreya gives to Duryodhana. That is one topic of Mahabharata Maitreya Rishi. Because for the wrongdoing, the punishment has to come, then only one reconciles and sets oneself on the right path. Otherwise, he will continue doing wrong and others also take him as an example. It becomes an authority, Galat Karna. There's a big problem, na? So therefore, he has to be cursed. Second one is in Bhagavata Mahapurana, the Maitreya Rishi is so beautiful. You know, is a like Krishna Avatara concluded. Then Uddhavji en route to Badrinath, as told by Narayan Bhagavan, goes through this Hastinapura en route. That time, the Viduraji meets Uddhavji. After all his yatra, coming back or everything, then asks about. Then Uddhavji tells about the Krishna Niryanam, how Krishna left this world, etc. Then tells to Vidura that the Lord has remembered you also at the time of leaving his this loka. And he has given great moksha upadesha. Then Viduraji asks, please tell me that. They said, no, I am given a different job. I have to go to Badrinath and do my tapasya. This job of teaching you the entire Vidya is given by Narayana or Krishna to Maitreya Rishi. Then in that Haridwara Nikata, Vidurji goes and meets Maitreya Rishi. Then Maitreya Vidura Samvada in Bhagavad Purana is one of the top. Starting at the end of second skanda, going up to the sixth skanda, the most important topics of, the Srishti Rahasyas, the Kapila Bhagavan Sankhya Upadesha, in the third, again the Varaha Avatara, the fourth में Dhruva Charitra, all of that, the Bhakti Prastavana, Jnana, Vairagya, all of them taught as by Krishna, Maitreya teaches our Vidurji there. Vidura Maitreya Samvada has so much very tasty topic. Some of you have studied along with us. We have gone through that. This is what is second thing about Maitreya Rishi. Mahabharat mein hai Bhagavat. Third is very interesting. This is a Vishnu Purana. The entire Vishnu Purana is nothing but Parashara Maharshi Maitreya Samvada. The Maitreya as a disciple gives on asking Prashna. The Parashara Maharshi is the one who gives the entire explanation about the Vishnu avatars, Vishnu Mahima. Thus, that becomes the Vishnu Purana. This is the third one. So that way, Vishnu Purana, Bhagavata, Mahabharata, in all these things, we have the Maitreya Rishi's glorious presence. So Krishna Anugrah Prapti, Vishnu Tattva Prapti from Parashara Rishi. From the Uddhava also he gets the Bhakti Rahasya. And then to Vidura he teaches the Dharma Upadesha. To Duryodhana also he teaches the Upadesha. Then all the Moksha Rahasyas again he teaches there. In this way, Maitreya Maharshi is teaching Parabrahma Tattva, Sushti Krama, Prakriti Purusha Tattva Viveka in the Kapila Sankhya Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Vairagya, Mahatma Jnana, Moksha Sadhana. What is not? Maitreya Rishi has touched every one of these things. One very important thing about Maitreya Maharshi is that again Lord Krishna said to be, the great rishis tell it, humko kya hota? Appointed Maitreya Rishi for a particular period of time now to guide all the rishis in this Kali Yuga. अब जो कलयुग टाइम चल रहा है, right now, to all the rishis and the Mahatmas, Gurus, the Maitreya is the Acharya, continuously guiding them. And through them, the Maitreya Krupa is going on in today's world of wherever the Shastra Satsanga is going on, in any language, in any of the religion, not only Sanatana Dharma. These Mahatmas, Rishis are beyond one particular religion or place, isn't it? They are universal. They're all cosmic. So they don't condition. So therefore, in some other religion, any of them, if some Tattvabodha is being done, the Maitreya Maharshi Krupa is happening through them. Funniest thing is what? That person may not believe this Sanatana Dharma. He may refuse also. Even he may hate also. It doesn't matter. Through them the rishis function for the kalyana of the world. विचित्र होता है ऋषियों का choosing the equipments and functioning through. Even many of those people don't even know that guru is functioning through. Like which are the gurus making these satsangas happen? Pinpointedly we don't know. But unless the grace is there, how can we study the Upanishads and Bhashyam? What is our avkat? Kuch hota hai? Nothing. It is their grace. This is the fifth point about the great Maitreya Maharshi. So, Om Parashara Shishyaya Vidmahe. Okay. Karma, Bhakti, Yoga, Jnana, Upadeshakaya Dhimai. Because in his Upadeshas, all of them are there. So, Karma, Bhakti, Yoga, Jnana, Upadeshakaya Dhimahi, Tanno Maitreya Maharshi Prachodayat. Right? Om Parabrahma Paramatma Swarupa Shri Krishna Bhakta Parashara Shishya Shri Maitreya Maharshi Namaha Dhyayami Avahayami Sthavayami Pujayami. There are many Mahatmas who have Pratyaksha Darshan of the Maitreya Maharshi. They have kept that picture. That is now in my mind. I can feel that photo. In this way, the Maitreya Maharshi is there. Om Samasta Chatra Chamarādīn Samarpayami Shaktyopacara Bhaktyopachara Rajopachara Devopacharaन् Samarpayami Stotrena Mantrena Japadina Kirtanadina Toshayami. Om Shri Maitreya Maharshaya Namaha. Namaskaromi. Om Shri Maitreya Maharshaya Namaha. Tava Charanau Sharanāgatosmi. Om Shri Maitreya Maharshaya Namaha. Prarthayami. Mama Bhāhyabhyantara Shatruvigna Nirmūlam Krutva Paramatmanubhavam Prati Prachodhanam Krutva Asmin Jarmane Asmin Kshane Eva Paramatmanubhavena Muktim Pradehi Tathacha Sanatana Dharmasya Vaidika Hindava Samskrutehe Samrakshanaभिवृद्धिं Vishwayaptim Chakuru iti Prarthayami. Okay. Om Parashara Shishyaya Vidmahe Karma Bhakti Yoga Jnana Upadeshakaya Dhimahi Tanno Maitreya Maharshi Prachodayat. Om Parashara Shishyaya Vidmahe कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञान उपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञान उपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञान उपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे कर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे धर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञान उपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम पराशर शिष्याय विद्महे धर्म भक्ति योग ज्ञानोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो मैत्रेय महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम मैत्रेय महर्षिये नमः। नमस्करोमि। मैत्रेय महर्षिये नमो नमः। तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि मां रक्ष रक्ष इति प्रार्थयामि। मम बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलनं कुरु। मां परमात्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनम् अस्मिन् क्षणेव परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि। सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः भारतवर्षस्यापि शत्रुविघ्ननिर्मूलनपूर्वक अभिवृद्धि विश्वव्याप्ति संरक्षणादिन कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि। ओम मैत्रेय महर्षये नमः। 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 ओम मैत्रेय महर्षये नमः. Rishi Smarana sadhana. So we have to remember this Maitreya Maharshi is different from the Maitreyi, the wife of Yajnavalkya. So Yajnavalkya Maitreyi Samvada in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. She is different. She is female Maitreyi, Gargi Maitreyi and all. Here is Maitreya Maharshi. Looks to be same, but they are different. Now, the last topic of the day, the common sense thought. What to say? 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Only the headings are told. The bodyings and tailings, you do that. First point, that it is high time already that we have to fully shift our total identity and attention and involvement from being a stupid worldly person to a wise spiritual seeker. Point one told. It is only a high time. We have already delayed. We, by our own delusion and arrogance and wrong justifications, have done highest of the crimes. The crime is we have cheated ourselves so far. We have destroyed ourselves, or cheated ourselves so far. You know? Worst of the thing. Enough of that bevakufi. Still hankering behind the things and beings for something which they don't have to give. They do not have to give me. And they don't have to give me also because that is in me only as me. First point. Clearly told, you think about it. High time it is to shift ourselves totally from this nonsense to this sensible. It has 10 details, again 10 subheadings, A, B, C, D, F, all that can be talked. You think you are given data. और स्टिल थिंक कि अभी चलने दो, अभी 10,000 जन्म ऐसे ही मनुष्य भोगी कुत्ता बिल्ली बनकर देन मैं फिर सोचूंगा. Then beware, the tathastu devatas will say tathastu, then that will happen only. Better don't have that even sankalp also. मैं तो नहीं करता. Second point, very important is, what are the sadhanas I am already doing? Note them. One is coming to this class. Second is your own studies. Third, maybe some of the upasanas, parayana, japa. Having noted them, can they be improved in their quality? Can they be? Kya? They have to be. In fact, that is the most important thing for us. Already beautiful sadhanas we are doing. Can I quality wise improve them? Again, it's a big subject. 10 topics come under it. एक एक को लेकर explain करना. But hint is given, you do that. Qualitatively doing our already done sadhana. Sadhana which we are doing already. Second point. Third one is what? Any additions can we do? Do we need to do? New sadhanas which are very important but not yet added, can we do them? Think about these things. And thus, entire day filled like a mad person only in our adhyatmikata. This is the fourth point. Practical. Isn't it? One more thing we can add. Whatever the sadhanas we are doing, what are the reasons because of which they are not done qualitatively well? What are those? Is this my negligence? Is it my disrespect to the sadhana? Is it my taking it for granted? Is it my forgetfulness? Or I don't have the proper clarity, conviction? क्या रीजन है कि जो मैं साधना कर रहा हूं उसको अच्छी तरह नहीं कर रहा हूं? आई एम डूइंग बट नॉट टू द बेस्ट of the possibilities or best of the requirements. Ponder over those things. Then cut them asunder, eliminate those negative things. And I already said how to improve the quality of it, of the sadhana. It's a big subject it is. It starts from, in fact, changing our diet, changing our routine, changing our daily schedule, changing our whole system only. What time we have to sleep से लेकर, who have to be the friends in our life or not, सारा पूरा सिस्टम गड़बड़ है तो सिस्टम पूरा हिला के ठीक करना पड़ता. Isn't it? Think about it. It's high time. In this way, productively, creatively, constructively, thinking and understanding and adopting with all dareness and courage the required and your things is the sign of evolution, is the sign of we are thinking, we want to improve, is a sign of our guaranteed growth. बैठे रहो तो कुछ नहीं होता, छोड़ दिया तो कुछ नहीं होता, नहीं किया तो कैसे होता? It's a high time. Then, as we saw yesterday, day before also, the other sentiment, the emotions, the longings, the attachments, the inner variety of complexities, not one or two. So, tarake complexities we have within us. Every of them shoot only with a rifle. Viveka Vairagya, rifle bullet say, shot them, that's it. We are meant for spiritual emancipation. That's all. We go for it all the way, isn't it? When a country has to fight with other country, if the other fellow is little powerful, he will use all his powers for it. No? You know, the air force also he will use. Then the army also he uses, and then naval force also will use. Jala, Thala, and Nabha. Jalasena, Navasena, and Thalasena. Because the Vayu Sena, the Jalasena, and Thalasena. All the three we use. All in all, we have to. So I am to go for my own spiritual evolution. Totally, I will go for it now. Now I am not in vagueness and non-understanding and non-conviction like earlier. Before I started studying Upanishads. Now, so much I have studied about the presence of the Adhisthana Brahma Tattva, I am fully convinced. I know its lakshanas, I know where it is obtainable, what are the sadhanas to be done. ये तो सुन रहे हैं पिछले 5-6 साल से. Before listening to all that, there is nothing known about spirituality. Only world is real. अब इतना पता चला ना. So then now we have to go all the way for that only. टोटली उसके लिए तो जाना बस. In that way, let us think and be in that positive thing only. Not doing the laziness, wrong doing the rajoguna, and worry in the mind. उनको अभी दफना दो बस, उसको आने मत देना. What to do, I know I am doing that. Be in that job. बाकी सब nonsense. बाकी सब is nothing but our vasanas, our habits. They have only one way that we eliminated, that's it. We do not respect them. That crying personality, that inferiority complex personality, that justifying personality, that person always bringing some or the other complaint. Are Maharaj, these are all your mind only. Devil, which is taking you away from your main goal. Rise above them. So today, that's how our common sense thought. One more thing is there, but that cannot be told in 2 minutes like this. It takes more time. So tomorrow, totally that we will address. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnasya Purnamada Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. What a patience you have. Great. Keep it up. God bless you with best of the health, physical, mental, intellectual, so that this pursuit is happening from our side fully, joyfully. We are feeling with ourselves that satisfaction that we have used all our resources and abilities, and to the best of them, we have done our performance. The Lord will take care of the remaining. Come, let us study Gita.